Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness, I had somebody tell me or somebody say the other day, it's rude to say good morning, but it's really not, right? Hey, Cynthia from the Netherlands. I'm so glad in the Vineyard Chicks homestead. I'm hoping that everyone can hear me and see me. It all adds up. And if you can, because oftentimes when I'm talking in this kitchen area, I'm at the Grand's house. So when I'm talking in this kitchen area, it sounds like I'm in a tunnel. So if you could please, yep, you can see great and hear fine. It doesn't sound all echoey or yucky or any of those things. One. That's amazing. Good. Good morning, G Mama Grows and Butler Family Farm and Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. I appreciate everyone being here. Hey, Lonnie. Good to see you. Good to see you. That's a classmate of mine. And Rebecca Allen. Lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa Mern and their body. Hey, Brother Rob. God bless you too from the UK. It's got to be a strange time of day for you. If it's 11 here, it's probably, I don't know, early in the wee hours of the morning. Good morning, Ann Francisco. I'm glad to see you. Hey, Camille, you're from Facebook. So Facebook must be joining us already this morning. That's wonderful. So if y'all will hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. It says 27 in here and 2 likes. Nobody likes me this morning. I dressed up for you guys. Look, I dressed up a little bit. I mean, I've got, honestly, it's not all for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did sleep okay last night, Kim. The day before, woo, yesterday was a fit and fell in it. Oh, lazy days ahead. Thank you, my darling. Gifted 10 memberships. Look at there. That's so sweet, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse and Lisa. That's so precious and so appreciated. Good morning. Good morning, Tamika. Good morning, Penny. How is everyone today? I don't want to spend the whole day just saying good morning, but we are still not quite 11 o'clock yet. So I was hoping that we would be able to have Facebook potentially join us. It's been weird on StreamYard. And also, especially since Jesse was so sweet and gifted 10 memberships at Lazy Days Ahead, um, please check your subscriptions. I actually put the YouTube side that you needed to be subscribed for 1 minute. Yeah, I am better today, Sandra. Thank you. I'll go over that in just a second because my YouTube buddies don't really know about my day yesterday. Um, and yeah, I am early, Jesse. But on my YouTube side, YouTube has done their thing and potentially purged maybe some fake channels or something. But over the last week, about 150 subscribers are gone. So I'm thinking that that's not a bad thing. It's not about subscription numbers. It's about how many people view your thing. So yeah, it was a day. It was a day yesterday, Butler. And so make sure that when you're in here, well, you won't be able to comment if you're not subscribed on YouTube. But Facebook, you know, you can hit that follow or like button on Facebook. That helps me a lot as well. That helps me a lot. Y'all, we'll get started with our message in just a second, but this time change is killing this old lady. I can tell you. I know you are, Butler. Thank you. And Deborah Rusignolo. Jesse teaches us how to say everybody's name. Hmm. I'm drinking my mushroom coffee today, and I brought the package so you could see RYZE, Rise Mushroom. The Vineyard Chicks is saying, Vineyard Chicks Homestead saying hey to everybody. And it does help. It has helped. Although my hand is giving me a fit and falling in it. That's for sure. Carlene Vissure, which is not how she actually pronounces her last name, but yep. And Jesse said he lost 30 subscribers for YouTube in the last 2 days. YouTube is up to something. They're purging the people that don't ever come anymore. I'm assuming, and you might not want to be associated with me this week or the next week if you're a channel. Just saying. Good morning, Kayla. Hey, baby. And Kim says time change may be hard on you, but acid tendonitis, hot flashes are hard for me. Oh my goodness, honey. You and I are kindred spirits. That's for sure. That's for sure. Hey, Audrey Willis. Good morning. All right, everyone. It's 11:03. Let's get started in our message because I have a few things. Oh, okay. You lost 30 and got back 60. That's good, Jerry. Well, you've been on lives all over, everywhere, all over the whole YouTube universe, which is what we should all be doing to be able to make new friends from everyone. So let's get started in our message today. If you are new, because we do have some new friends in here, and I'm thrilled following from Kenya. Thank you, Isaac. I'm glad you're here too. And what we do on Tuesdays, as most of you already know, is we concentrate on something positive. Um, what we're going to allow, because any of us, including myself, at any given time, can allow ourselves to go to that worst case scenario in your mind. And I'm going to miss a little bit of chat, but I just want you to know I see you and I'm glad you're here. So, what we try to do here is understand that we don't have to allow those thoughts to enter our minds that messes with our heart, that comes out on our face and in our personality and how our day is, because yesterday I had a day, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But today I read a story. It was over on Facebook. A fella named Jay Gearhart, Gearhart, Jay Gearhart, wrote a story or shared a story that really touched me. And I wanted to share it with you. And so I'm going to read a little story to you. And therefore, I'm going to miss a little bit of chat. You guys take care of each other and look out for things. And today, I'm going to concentrate on my purpose of being useful, of understanding that even with my bruises, even with my battles, I still have a purpose. I can still be used for God's good. So, Jay Gearhart starts off and saying, I don't do this often, but um, I came to a grocery store to get a few things, and I walked in and grabbed a shopping cart, started to push it, and it was squeaky and wobbly and just all bent up. Well, my initial thought was to return it and grab another, but I, I was in a hurry and I figured I would just use it and get what I needed. I went along through the store with this mess of a cart going all over the place, making noise, and I got what I needed. I went out to the checkout lane. I paid for my items, reloaded them into this old beat up cart. Then I made my way outside and unloaded the things into my truck. And I placed the cart in the cart corral. At this point, it hit me that this cart had taught me a valuable lesson. And here it is. The cart, although beat up, not anywhere working like a new cart would, it had done the exact thing that it was made for. The cart had a purpose, and it still completed its purpose, and it did it by someone taking a chance on using it for that purpose. Someone seeing its battle wounds and still giving it a chance to be what it was meant to be. You see, we're the same. We all have a purpose. We've all been beat up by years of various things, but when someone takes a chance on us, we could still show that we have a purpose. So I guess this silly little cart showed me that no matter what I've been through, I can still push through and I can do what I was made to do. And that is what I thought of for today. I also wanted to share with you that before your life ever began, God wrote a purposeful story for your life. And each day, He invites us to step into this story and walk in faith with Him. And this gave me a little fortitude, a little attitude, because yesterday was a day. I can tell you, yesterday, the first day of time change was a day. And it says, she had Godfidence because she was walking in her purpose. So I like that. I'm going to concentrate on having Godfidence today. And that's my story. That's my message today that, hey, hoorah, devil dog, that we can all walk in purpose of something, even if it is a smile to someone at the grocery store, walking with an old ratty cart, or doing those types of things, taking a chance to know that everyone, no matter what battle wounds you have, has a purpose. So, yeah, when I go out today, bring that cup of coffee. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's what Jesse says. I have some confidence today. I do. Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't. I'm clipping. My mouse is. I'm at the Grand's house, and so my mouse is not here. And if I come and go, it's because their internet is less than perfect. Good morning, Nanny Tam, and Judy Polka. Watch where you step. So yesterday I went on Facebook Live because there were too many of my friends that were all on YouTube. I love you too, Sandra Thomas. They were all live on YouTube. And so I went over to Facebook to my peoples over there, told them how my day had gone. Yeah, yeah, confidence. Karma Lewis, we're going to walk around with some confidence today. And yesterday was the first Monday of the time change. Now we're on daylight saving times now in North Carolina, and I am not a morning person, and I have to have at least one sip of coffee before I can even speak coherently. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, Sammy Joe, so glad y'all were here. And Amy from Leonard Mountain Homestead. Hey, sugar. Mm. And so I had anyway, various things went on trying to get out. I'm going to try to cut it down because we don't have but 30 minutes. And that story was about 15 minutes of its own. So I'm going to try to cut it down. Uh, Short version, the kids, even though they are homeschooled, they had a theater class at 10 o'clock in the morning, which is 9 o'clock for my body. I'm used to getting up between 7 and 8, which means between 8 and 9 during this time for my body. And I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. It went off at 9:10. I had to be out of the house, get two kids up, fed, showered, dressed, and out the door in 30 minutes. Almost an impossible feat because the first 10 minutes of that I'm not coherent. Hey, Nina, I'm glad you're here. And so it was a trial. And we got out the door at 9:45. Well, James went to go put his shoes on. His shoes were covered in dog poop. They were supposed to be cleaned off the day before. They were not. I brought those shoes in, trying desperately to get in the car because it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get to the shop, get there. I got in the got them cleaned off, got ready to scoot out, realized I hadn't packed them a snack bag. Well, we just had a birthday party here at this house on Saturday. There were a lot of kids here. And so everything, every box that I reached into the snack cabinet in order to be able to put in their snack bag was empty. The children had left empty boxes in there. Hey, the educated natural. So I don't even know what I packed in there. A couple of oranges, some jellos with a couple of pink spoons from a pink birthday party, breakfast bars, something. Anyway, they had something that they could eat. I don't know if they liked it. I don't even know. I have no clue. Got ready to get in the car, couldn't get the dog in the car. Brownie just decided he couldn't hear yesterday. I couldn't move, so he couldn't hear. Finally got in the car, got there, walked him across the parking lot, got inside. I got ready to drive off, realized they had not taken their snack bag with them. Had to jump back out of the car, run back in, give them the snack bag. Now, all of this is before or right at 10 o'clock in the morning, which my body says is 9, and I haven't had but one sip of coffee all this time. So I'm not really functional. Put my cup of coffee, apparently, when I went to go grab the snack bag, I put my cup of coffee up on the dash of the car. Well, when I went to go take off, I didn't realize that my coffee cup was up there. And yes, the second I drove out of the driveway, a full cup of coffee dumped all over me and all over my console. Everywhere. It was everywhere. Now, I had a couple of napkins in the car. Yeah, I did, Jersey Dolphins. I did. I had a couple of napkins in the car, but that was it. I mean, what you gonna do? You're sitting in coffee. There's nothing you can do but sit there. I mean, I'm 10 minutes away from the house. Finally, I said, "This is just not my Monday. This time change is horrendous. It's horrible." And plus, I was mad because I didn't get to drink the coffee. I wanted that coffee really badly, and instead, I was sitting in it, and it was all over my console. Thank goodness I didn't have any sugar in the coffee, and because I have done that in the past, and where I park at home, it drew ants into my car. And so there were ant houses inside my car, which freaked the grandbabies out like crazy every time they got in my car before. Happy Tuesday, Food by Faith. I'm just complaining a little bit, sharing my day yesterday. It does get better. It really does, but not yet. And some of you have already heard this story. Please give me a little grace. Please choose to give me some purpose for sharing this story. So I get home, right? Well, not home. I get back to the grandchildren's house. Brownie's in the car. And I get out of the car thinking I got to go inside and get some paper towels and things like that. Well, was talking on the phone. Thank the Lord. That was a blessing. I was talking on the phone to Worth because he does make my day better. And I was complaining that I had just dumped my whole cup of coffee and I'd been sitting in it the whole way home. So I closed the door with Brownie still inside, and it goes beep. The car locked itself. My car does that occasionally. Not every time you get out of it, but the keys to my car, the only set of keys, thank you, are in my purse on the front seat of the car inside with the dog locked. So thank you, Carlene. You go love me through it. That's good. Now this is all happening in like a 30-minute time frame. So I told Worth, the dad darn car just locked itself. I can't believe it. I'm sitting here with coffee butt and coffee all over my car. And Brownie is locked in the car. He said, "Well, You're not going to like this, Ann, but you can get on your back and crawl up under the back of the car. I have taped a dummy key on the chassis of the car for that very reason. So I, covered in coffee, lay down the back of the car on wet, cold cement. Thank goodness it was cement and not a gravel area. It was not in a mud puddle. It could have been because I usually park in the grass here. I had to lay down on my back and crawl up underneath the car, not touching the tailpipe, find the dummy key, which is named very appropriately dummy key, and got the key and crawling out. Well, it's not so bad getting down and or getting the key, but getting up, that was a trial. Standing back up again. Okay. So I finally get up and I go and I unlock the door. Yeah, Worth was to the rescue. I unlocked the door with this key. It unlocked all the doors. Right, I unlocked the driver's door, and then I was able to unlock all the rest of the doors right away. Left the door open. It set off the alarm in the car because you're not supposed to use that key to be able to start the car. It's trying to tell people, hey, something's not right. See, the alarm is going off, and I am still coffee butt sitting back in my front seat trying to get my purse to get my keys to push the hazard button to get. Yeah, I did. I put the dummy back up under there, Kim. I sure did. I put it back under there, crawled back underneath the car, put it back because it may happen again today. I don't know when that happens. Jesse tells me that it's got a menu on there. You can turn that thing off. I had no idea that it's a menu item that you could potentially turn off in your car. I just thought it was, possessed or something. Get the dog out of the car, get ready to run inside to go get a paper towel to come back to clean up the inside of the car. And when I had grabbed a paper towel to clean off James' shoes that had dog poop on them, apparently I had used the last paper towel that was in the house, and I had put that paper towel in the trash can. So the trash can here in the kitchen made the entire home smell like dog poo everywhere. I'm thinking, do I have it on myself? Did I lay down in it? Even Jerry yesterday said, I bet you stepped in it. And I had not. I didn't have any on my shoes. It was just in the trash can. And so, luckily, I found the paper towels in the garage that they had. Then they had plenty. And I was able to take a roll out there and get that coffee done. And then change my clothes, dump the trash, change my clothes. But that was all before 10:30 yesterday morning, which to my body said 9:30 with no coffee. I figured, you know what? When I got finished, well, and you have finished your bad, yucky part of this silly, crazy, I don't understand why time change. And I'm not preference. I don't have a preference to either one. I get used to whatever comes about, but I would certainly appreciate it, America, if we could just stick to one. I don't care which one. I really don't. Just stick to one because the purpose for these things are all gone anyway. The good morning, Food by Faith, and everybody, the educated natural. Y'all give me some grace. And I'm still drinking my coffee this morning. So, mm. It was a crazy, crazy day. And I do have some mail. It's still out in the car. Luckily, Jesse and Lisa sent me some prizes. I I, I didn't get them in this morning. This morning was another Mad Havoc morning. But yeah, Judy Polka, she said, I think Arizona sticks to one. Well, if they stick to one, why can't we? But I can tell you what, when those kinds of things happen, sometimes, yeah, no more time change. Sometimes you can allow that to get inside of you and say, life stinks. Everything's happening to me. Why is this happening? You have a very, 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 very bad day. The whole day is shot. All those types of things. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that, you know? Jesse says, that don't look like any cup we're familiar with, Miss Ann. No, it's not. I didn't bring my special cups. I have this says, oh, it says goddess. I didn't know what it said. I'll turn it around. I'm not a goddess. I can promise you that. But, you know, it just is. And you can let it ruin your day or not. And so I went on Facebook with my buddies over there and had a good time. You remind me of all my cousins, my aunt in Huntsville. The accent is undeniable. It is. North Carolina has its own special accent. It really does. The only problem, if we stick to daylight savings time all year, the wintertime, it'll be dark in the morning too long. I understand that. I understand that. But you know what? Eh, Then get your business day stuff. You did make it Black's Tropical Homestead. I'm so glad. I know it. I know. It's a choice. Always choose laughter and grace. Yeah, yeah. So today, lots of Godfidence. I do have a lot of Godfidence today. I'm walking with Godfidence. All right. I wanted to show you, it's 11:24. I wanted to show you something. I did a short on it. Um, it kind of made me a little nervous doing it because I don't know why, but I wanted to show it to you in a little bit slower motion. So Rita said she got her hoodie yesterday. It's the first prize I've won on a live. It made her day, Rita. They're the best people, you know. And no matter where they go, how they travel, they still ship things out. They have to wait till they get back home. I mean, none of us can ship things on the road usually, especially them. They have like 50 things to ship out. Yeah, you are good. I'm glad you're here on a live as well. Now, look, if anyone here cannot chat, I set it to be a subscriber for 1 minute on YouTube. Now, on Facebook, it's just simply to follow the page or like the page. I've lost a few over Facebook, bunches on Instagram, and over 150. My analytics say, how many subscribers? Minus 125 in the last 7 days. So YouTube is doing its thing. I just want to make sure that you hit that like button or hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Um, if you want to be here, only if you want to be here. Mm. Did I start a fire and see if the fire blanket works? I have practiced it on something else. Oh my goodness. Look at there. Venue Chicks Homestead for your coffee cup alarm beeper fun. I need that. Thank you, sweetheart. My seeds are doing good. I've planted everything but the beet seeds, sweetie. And I had a little bitty short where some of them were coming up, even my herbs. And I've never been able to grow lemon balm, even though everybody says it's so easy. But yeah, you are a member over there, Diana. You are a subscribing member on Facebook. And Diana, been praying for your family as well. Been praying for your family. She has a family member that's had series of operations, and we definitely want to pray with Diana over her family members. Yeah, making it home. You did. You caught one of our lives. I'm so glad. So this fire blanket, it hangs up on your wall. You just put it on a nail or inside a door, maybe your pantry door or something. And when I first pulled this, you could, I pulled it right off the wall. Yeah, I can catch you on whatever platform I'm on at the time. That's right, Jennifer. And but you have to kind of help it. And I'm going to pull this blanket out because it's not hard to refold and get back in. It's not terribly hard. Hey, Miss T with T. I was watching you this morning. You had a wonderful crowd with some interesting information and some things. If you get a chance to go back and see Miss T with the T's live from this morning, lots of a variety of opinions. People were gentle with each other, but they didn't necessarily agree, which is often what we can do. We might not agree with each other, but we could still be friends. And that's what I came away with that. So it comes out like that. And then you grab these two straps, pull it apart. It folds out like that. You place it over the fire that way. You don't like flip it over the fire because you're going to flip the flames everywhere. You make sure your hands are on the handles and lay it over the flame. And I saw this. Well, now I'm all caught up in the blanket. I'll fold it back up in a minute. But I saw this on YouTube or Facebook or somewhere and said, you know what? I really want one of those because in an immediate, I'm not going to be able to make it a 10 killer making it home. I want to so badly. I can't tell you how badly I want to make it. I was even trying to figure out a plane ride that I could maybe just get in for the day on Saturday and scoot back out again, but I just cannot. So I was concerned, I can be, much to my dismay, a little spacey occasionally. Me? Spacey? Well, yeah, I can be a little bit spacey. But what happens is when you're in a panic, anyone is in a panic. And I've never actually used a fire extinguisher before. I want double protection, right? And I need to get more of these. I'm going to leave this one with the daughter, but I need to get more of them and have one in my car, have a couple of them around the house, get one for my son and his family. But it's important to be able to have two ways because if I am fumbling with a fire extinguisher and you have to get them checked every 5 years, then I think it's important to make sure that you have double defense to be able to put out a fire because, I am the pyro granny, right? Ask a fireman about the blanket. He never heard of it because I was going to order it. Well, they're all over the place. And there are people, I don't know, it's an individual thing. Oh, this, I got a call from Steve Fleming. What you want to make a bet? It is a telemarketer. I'm getting ready to turn 65, y'all. So I've gotten on a list of people calling. See, I just folded it right back up that easy. I've gotten a list of, on some kind of list of people calling for telemarketing. I hope that they leave a voicemail if it's something important, because I do have an adjuster from the insurance company that is supposed to be calling me sometime soon to potentially come and see that. So I want to share that fire blanket. Let's see. I do. I just want you to be ready. That's right. If you visit Ian's kitchen, because I might burn you up. That would be bad. You've never seen it before? I had never seen it either. I saw it in a video and I went, "Huh, I like that. I like that." But it shows you the directions to pull the tabs, hold the handles to go over the fire, or to place it on someone's clothing and they can roll around in it to be able to help put a fire. It's fire retardant and it can help put a fire out. Instead of having flour or whatever all over the place, I just was worried that I would mess up with the doggone fire extinguisher. My birthday, Judy, my birthday is in August. It's August 25th is my birthday. Yeah, no, my birthday's not in April. But you see that blanket on? Hey, Nikki. Hey, darling. Uh, will that work on a grease fire? I'm assuming it would work on any kind of fire, but I don't know. Y'all have to do your own research on that. I don't know. It shows a stove fire, and I mean you can never have too many ways to put out a fire, right? Hey, the analytic gardener. I'm glad to see you. I see future stocking stuffings for your kids. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And Jerry says, yes, it will work on any fire. Jerry, didn't you have some fireman experience at one time from Butler Family Farm? I know that there are, and Penny says also, yes, it will work on a grease fire as long as the fire's not too big. Well, absolutely. I mean, if your room is on fire, you need to get the heck out of the house. Make sure everybody else. Yes, he says, yes, I am. I thought you were a fireman. Those are the same type of fire blankets they use as fire breaks for when welders weld in refineries. See, all these people, we all have a purpose, right? We're all stronger together. And if I don't know something, which is a lot, I don't know a lot, there are people here that we can have relationships that we can learn from each other. Awesome sauce. That's right. And they weren't expensive. It was two, I got it on Amazon, two for like $14 or something. I don't quote me on that, but that's what it was when I got it. It wasn't a bad price. And there are some other name brands. This is an off brand. Um, and I think it's the same thing. I just wanted some, and I didn't wanna, pay some crazy price for it, so, mm. Okay, it is 11:34. It's time for me to get out of here, y'all, but I did want to remind you again, couple of things. The Soul Family Expo is coming up in Savannah, Georgia, from the 5th, 6th, and 7th. On the 6th, we'll be at Savannah Children's Museum from around 10 to 1. Give or take a few minutes before and a few minutes after. And let's see. Hey, Drunken Chef, has anyone else had trouble leaving comments on videos of other channels, not lives or chats? We've all had some woo whammies going on. Grow Big TV. Hey, Coach. I'm so glad. This is Joe from Garden State Gardener. I love him. And here, Jesse's put up the link, Soil Family Expo, and for the fire blanket 2-pack. All right. And Drunk Chef, sorry I'm late. Never fails, Whitney. Thank you for tapping in. That's what he says all the time. Anytime that we get you, even for a minute, is wonderful. Thank you. He's such a wonderful family man. And Penny, you are so precious. Thank you. I do try to bring you some value and find some purpose, but you're so precious for doing that. It is not necessary, but it is definitely, definitely appreciated. Yeah, making it home. I was just saying I lost 150 people in the last week. So maybe they're not real people. Maybe they're robots. Maybe it's something that's supposed to be good. Anyway, on Saturday, I digress. We're going to be at the Children's Museum, Savannah Children's Museum, and that's where everyone will come. That's a big deal. That's for everybody. It does cost $10 to get into the museum, but it all goes to the Savannah Children's Museum. We'll all have our booths. We'll be there to meet and greet. Black's Tropical Homestead will have their book that they'll be there to sign. I'm so excited. The Yeah, it does. It does stink, the analytic gardener. And also, the mayor has written out a proclamation for the annual Soul Family Festival Day. Lots of new vendors are going to be there, some local, some are from YouTubers, but you don't have to have a channel to be there. I mean, these are friends, family, any of that stuff. Very, very family oriented, has a playground and trains that you can go through, a museum that you can see, along with meeting all of us. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, yes, Lady and Sons, we have a dinner Saturday night as of right now, and Cherie can help me from Black's Tropical Homestead. Good morning. Good morning, the New Orleans gardener. That's my T-Nog that I love. She helped me get started to be a gardener. She gave me Godfidence. That's a word. She did. She gave me Godfidence to be able to continue. She actually helped me get started with a YouTube channel, because I was worried that my face was too fat, or I was too old, or I would sound dumb or anything like that. And I went on one of her lives, not on it, but just chatting in the live, and she hadn't seen me before. And she said, "My goodness, what a beautiful smile." I thought, she didn't say anything about this. She didn't say anything about being icky. She just said, "What a beautiful smile." And it gave me all the confidence in the world to actually put a video out there, even if I did sound dumb, because when you start, you sound silly. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Victoria. That's so sweet. Hey, sup, YouTube police. Hey, darling. That's our Gary from Belt Loop 29, Belt Loop 29, Belt Loop 29 Homestead, Belt Loop 29 Cooking, Belt Loop 29 Cute Critters, Belt Loop 29 YouTube Police. He has a few channels, and we love them all, Gary, because we love you. All right, so I did the fire blanket, Soul Family Expo. Be there, be square. I'm coming in on Friday morning sometime. I'm going to go Thursday, spend the night with Best Jet Journey. She and I will be in on Friday morning, and we'll leave out on Sunday after breakfast. And check the website for all the schedule. But honestly, the big event is Saturday at the Children's Museum. I think the dinner might be sold out, but please email her anyway, because we could only take 100 people, and yeah, we could only take 100 people, and it's got right at that. So email her, because oftentimes we will have some people at the very end say, "I can't come. There's been an emergency in the family," or "I caught the flu," or whatever. But oh my gosh, Quita Brew Creates. I can't wait to see you at the expo too. Won't that be fun? It's not classes. You're not going to learn anything except for how people's real personalities are. That's what you're going to learn, and that'll be fun. Second thing, the Vineyard Chicks Homestead, Bushcraft family, Bushcraft, help me, Jesse. Bushcraft is doing an herb collaboration, as well as Vineyard Chicks Homestead are doing the seed challenge. Yeah, it's a meet and greet. That's right. It's a meet and greet. Is what it is. And Lazy Days Ahead is taking care of all the gifts and things that are going on. There's lots and lots of prizes in the Survival Seeds 2024. And this is so incredibly important this year, especially, that we save our seeds of what we grow. The girls went into a whole lot of trouble to probably make sure that we have the seeds that we need. And good. I'm glad you're going to be there on Friday morning. One of the reasons is all this time we've all said you don't have to worry about GMO seeds. They can't, it's illegal for them to sell private gardeners GMO seeds. Well, guess what? Only farmers are supposed to have GMO seeds, and GMO seeds are seeds that you cannot grow from. I mean, it produces and then it's gone. You can't save those seeds because, for one thing, they're most of them are not fertile, and if they do happen to grow something, it would not be what the mother or the father was. It's not an heirloom seed by any means, shape, or form. This year, they've started with tomatoes. They're selling a certain type of GMO tomato seed. That's just the beginning. And the coating that they put on GMO seeds kills the bees. Grow Big TV. I learned on this week that it kills the bees. The bees can't pollinate it. And we're all trying to save the bees. And so I have a certain spot in my yard, and I bought these, and I'll show them to you very soon. They're little cloth bags. I've seen you all use them on your fruit trees and all these kinds of things, but I bought, it's like 100 to a pack for like $9. But if you have a cluster of tomato blooms, let's say, on a branch, just a cluster, and you put a bag over that cluster, then you shake it a little bit inside, because tomatoes have everything that they need to be able to fertilize themselves. After it begins to grow fruit, you put a ribbon around that one branch on your or vine, on your tomato vine, that one vine, and then you can take your bag off and your blooms can grow into big tomatoes. Well, you don't eat that one little batch. You can eat the rest of the plant, but you don't eat that one little batch. You save those seeds because those seeds are not pollinated by other plants or other tomato plants. So they don't really have to be in one particular spot in your yard. They can be right beside other tomato plants and not be cross pollinated if you've got them covered when their blooms first start. And you can do that for all of your plants. I've got some bags this size and some this size. I don't have any this size yet, but even with squash blooms and things like that, you can do that. You just have to mark them, because once they start putting on squash blooms, you have to hand pollinate. You will have to hand pollinate, but it's tough, you know, to be able to make sure that we have safe seeds. And it's uh, uh, T-Nog, all of our real gardeners that are in here, Grow Big TV, they've all been preaching to us for the last 3 years that I've been on YouTube. Save your seeds, save your seeds. And I did occasionally, but then it was so easy to be able to purchase them, and we have companies that send them to us. And we're going to be giving away a whole table full of heirloom, specially grown, non pollinated seeds at the Soil Family Expo on the 6th. And it's because we all work together. We've got a whole table full that we're going to be giving away, and we want them gone. We want you guys to take them all gone. So I am going to be doing some more videos on being able to share, because we don't have any gardens that are immediately close to us, but we have some across the street. There's some fields half a mile away from the house that have the planes that go over. I love those things. Does it when I don't want it to, but anyway, and the planes that go over spraying the crops. I don't want that in my garden. I don't want that in the land of plenty, right? So, those are the kinds of things that we're doing. But well, the children are upstairs with their mama, and she's trapped all the dogs up there too. I can hear them starting to scratch. You'd love some okra seeds? Karma, we have okra seeds out the Watusi. I tell you what, at the after soil fam, well, yeah, because okra will be fine to grow later. It's a real hot weather plant. I'll send you some, okay? Give me an email, Karma. I'm sure we can spare some even before the Soil Family Expo because we have okra seeds out the Watusi, I can tell you. Been here the whole time, eating your breakfast, Scotty Too Hottie. Hey, Rambo Green Hands. Blessings to everybody. Let's see. The seed table's already gone because we're seedaholics. That sounds good to me, the analytic gardener. We're good. Yeah. Email me, andalehomestead@gmail.com. That'd be great. And says, Black's Tropical Homestead says, we have a gazillion okra seeds. I can send her some now. Thank you. Because they weren't mine, really. I was going to have to ask Cherie. They weren't mine to send away. But yeah, seeds, seeds, seeds is what Grow Big TV says. Y'all need to check out Grow Big TV too. He and Courtney from Wide Family Farm are really growing that channel. They're having, I mean, their guests are like major guests, like big time, major, major. And so you need to check those things out as well. Okay, it is 11:48. I love you all. And I'm not going to look at the chat while you all stay and say goodbye to each other and being kind with each other. I'm going to say a little something, something again and close us out because I appreciate you all being here so very much. So on ChooseDay, today, I am going to concentrate on realizing that there was a purpose for me as I was formed in my mama's womb. That's unbelievable and kind of blows my mind that even when I couldn't even do anything, I was just a thought. I already had a purpose. And so she had Godfidence because she was walking in her purpose. I hope you walk in your purpose too. And I love you all. Remember, the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. I just want you to be ready. Love you all. And Diana, we're still praying for you and your family and all the others that have reached out as well. Have a blessed day. Bye bye now.